Hi, I'm Stefanie London and today I'm going to be reading an excerpt from Bad Bachelor. Research is important. If women read reviews online before they buy a book, then why wouldn't they read reviews before they go on a date? Darcy asked. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I thought dating was about getting to know someone without any preconceived judgments, Reed replied. Well, maybe if you'd actually taken the time to get to know more women, you wouldn't be in such a bind. To her surprise, he laughed. You know what? I like you, Darcy. The words bounced around in her brain, colliding with questions that she would never dare ask, like whether her attraction was reciprocated. Today he looked less done than he had on previous meetings. His dark hair was rumpled, like he'd run his fingers through it one too many times. He didn't wear a tie, and his open collar revealed a sliver of tanned skin. Reed certainly wasn't the stereotypical pasty office worker, that was for damn sure. Close your mouth, darling, you're staring. His lip quirked. And just like that, her buzzing anticipation was replaced by the resounding urge to toss a drink in his face. You wish, Reed, you're not my type. Oh no, you'd prefer 5-star Darren, would you? He inclined his head toward her phone, where the Bad Bachelor app was sitting open, and she snatched it out of his line of sight. Nice guys aren't good in bed, don't you know? Her face was so hot she had serious concerns about spontaneous combustion. And I suppose you're the authority on what constitutes being good in bed? Ah, I see my reputation precedes me. The smirk bloomed into a full-blown wolfish grin. My office still stands, by the way. If you want to throttle me, I'm definitely up for it. The words started out of her mouth like a toddler had taken over her brain and was mashing the controls with its fist. You're a jerk. He shrugged and signaled for her to follow him. I've been called worse. I thought we were going to discuss the guest list, she said, annoyed that he was getting under her skin so quickly. We are, but I've got an appointment in the financial district, so we're going to conduct our meeting on the way. And what exactly am I going to do down there? Her protest might have had more weight if she hadn't immediately followed him out of the cafe like a devoted puppy. Whatever you like, the company driver will bring you back whenever you're ready. Don't worry, I won't leave you stranded. How do you know I don't have somewhere else to be? Do you? His gaze swept over her. I can tell you're not going to work. Damn it, she should have worn something other than a pair of tattered denim shorts, a black House Stark t-shirt, and Doc Martens. Okay, fine, I don't have anywhere else to be. I'm just pointing it out so that you know how rude you sound. He blinked. So we're still having this meeting then? Yes, she huffed. They stopped beside a black car with tinted windows. Out of nowhere, a driver appeared and opened the door for them. Darcy suddenly felt underdressed, which was stupid since they were only going for a ride. So tell me, what's so appealing about 5-star Darren? Reed asked as they slid into the back seat. A glass partition separated them from the driver. None of your business. Oh my god, they were not having this conversation. Not while a billion dirty thoughts were driving her to distraction. Damn him, why did he have to mention sex? Her hormones hadn't been this rowdy since high school. But the second she got close to him and his clean, warm scent invaded her nostrils, it was like the sexy bits of her body started doing tequila shots. Oh, come on, you can trust me. I might even be able to give you some advice. His brown eyes twinkled. They were framed by full, thick lashes, the kind of lashes that had no business being on a man. God, they were far too close in the back seat of the car. Her bare leg was mere inches from his, and the scent of his aftershave invaded her nostrils. It was crisp and clean, with a hint of citrus. Damn delectable. You were late today, she blurted out, hoping the abrupt change in conversation might steer him away from delving into her non-existent dating life, or perhaps jolting her brain into not focusing on how good he smelled. Half an hour late, and I was sitting there just waiting. My meeting ran over and my phone died. I could have gone back to the office to email you, but that would have meant being even later than I was now. I apologize for keeping you waiting. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, back to your dating life. No, we are not having this conversation. She held up a hand. Besides, why do you care? Because, after careful deliberation, I've decided that you are interesting. Gee, thanks, Darcy snorted. I'll pass on that so-called compliment. So-called? You know, interesting is code word for weird, right? It's no better than telling a girl she has a great personality. What's that code word for? Ugly. He brought the water bottle to his mouth and slipped. Full lips hinted at sinful activities, and Darcy tried to quash the flutter low in her belly. He probably knew exactly what to do with those lips too. You are interesting, he said, in the non-code word sense, even if you do think I'm a jerk. And 5-star Darren would be a terrible match, for what it's worth. Curiosity tugged at her. She knew nothing about the dating world, and it was clear that he was well experienced. Surely there wouldn't be any harm in gleaning some information from him, for research purposes, of course. Why is that? She asked. All these women have rated him highly, and yet they haven't stayed with him. Why would that be? I don't know, she frowned. Maybe it just wasn't the right time. For all those women? Okay, so it did sound a little suspicious when he put it like that. But the reviews. What do the reviews say? She pulled up Darren's profile on the Bad Bachelors app and scanned down the page. He's a great guy, but the timing wasn't right. She shot Reed a smug look. See, I told you. Keep reading. He's a total gentleman, but they didn't have many common interests. One person says that their jobs made dating too hard, but he was a nice person. Apparently he's romantic, but there wasn't enough spark. Darcy kept scrolling. He's kind and funny, a great conversationalist. I can't see any red flags here. He's got a small dick. Darcy almost choked. Excuse me? Reed shrugged. Or he doesn't know how to make a woman, you know. Stop, she hissed, the heat flashing through her body in a way that was entirely too pleasurable. Totally inappropriate. You can't say things like that. Why not? It's just sex. And sometimes you have to look at what people aren't saying to understand what they are. He nodded. Words can be unreliable like that. Darcy shook her head and stuffed her phone into her bag. This conversation had shot way out of her comfort zone, like a whole solar system out of her comfort zone. Listening to Reed talk about sex was, oh God, she didn't even know. Her imagination was serving up all kinds of dirty scenarios, but she tamped every single one of them down. Reed was off limits, not only because of the bad reviews, but also because it was clear he could run circles around her verbally. There wasn't a doubt in her mind that he would do the same thing in the bedroom. Maybe that's what you need, someone to show you the ropes. With his rope. Oh my God, stop it. You're staring again, he said. You got a crush on me or something. I'm trying to see if telekinesis is a real thing so I can pop your head like a grape. He barked. Right, well, at least you're honest. Shall we get on with work then? She sighed. Yes, please. So I really hoped you enjoyed that reading from Bad Bachelors. The whole series is out now and you can get them at all major retailers or on audio if that's your jam with Tantor Audio. If you have any questions for me at all about the Bad Bachelors app, about this book or anything else, please leave them in the comments below. Have a great day.